Good morning. My name is Mr. Rickman and I would like to introduce you to the student at my left. This is Noreen.
Hello. I am Noreen and I am in the 5th grade.
Noreen was born with a hearing impairment. It is estimated that as many as 6 in 1,000 are born with a hearing impairment, and an estimated 83 in 1,000 children under the age of 18 have some form of hearing loss. Hearing impairment that develops later in life is most commonly caused by repeated ear infections, meningitis, measles, chicken pox, and mumps. In less common cases, it can be caused by exposure to certain drugs or repeated exposure to loud noise. It is especially crucial that headphone volume is closely monitored. It can be very difficult to diagnose hearing impairment in children, especially if it is minor. However, even minor hearing loss can pose day-to-day difficulties. It is best if children are diagnosed as early as possible. This is because hearing impairment can lead to speech impairment, delay in language development, and possibly impaired learning skills. It is very important that teachers encourage their students with hearing impairment to have a voice in the classroom. I will now hand it over to Noreen.
I have minor hearing loss. I was diagnosed because I displayed some of the common characteristics of hearing impairment. These include having difficulty hearing, speaking loudly, asking my teacher to repeat things frequently, and positioning my body to use my ear that has better hearing.
Other signs of hearing loss include having problems following a conversation with 2 or more people, feeling like others are mumbling when they talk, constantly misunderstanding what others are saying, trouble understanding conversations with women and children, and other people complaining that you turn the television up too loud. Many times, hearing impairment can affect a child's socio-emotional functioning.
Because talking with classmates in a loud environment became a difficult task for me, I stopped enjoying activities such as playing on the playground and classroom activities that required lots of talking. Also, sometimes my parents, siblings, and teachers may think I am ignoring them because I don't always hear them when they say things the first few times.
It is important to remember that students with a hearing impairment would rather communicate with classmates on their own rather than have a teacher act as an interpreter.
There are many simple ways to help students like me in the classroom. It is crucial that the teacher is as clear as possible, so they should not speak too quickly and they should not cover their face or mouth with their hands when speaking.
If a teacher has a student with a hearing impairment in their classroom, they should grant the student independence and trust that the student knows the steps they must take in order to listen best.
It is helpful to me if I get to choose where to sit in the classroom. Because I am the one with the hearing impairment, I know best when it comes to choosing a location in the classroom where I will be able to hear best. Furthermore, it is even more helpful if my teacher lets me move around the classroom at will in order to better hear instruction.
When a student is hearing impaired, they may need to hear directions more than once. There are many ways to simplify this for both teachers and students. One way is through assigning a seat buddy for the student that is hearing impaired. The seat buddy is typically a student who is very attentive in class. This way, the student that is hearing impaired can ask the seat buddy questions if they miss anything. Also, if another student asks a question, the teacher should always repeat the question before answering it just in case the student with the hearing impairment doesn't hear it. It can also be very helpful to pass out written instructions for every activity so students with hearing impairments can read the directions in case they miss any of the oral directions.
I may have a hearing impairment but my eyes work perfectly. Using visual aids as much as possible is very beneficial to my learning. If we are watching a video, using captions can help me understand the video when I am having difficulty hearing it. Also, I like it when teachers hand out an outline or summary if they are using videos or slides.
The most important thing to remember is that students with hearing impairments want their school experience to be as normal as possible. Accommodations should be made to ensure that they are included in every aspect of the learning experience.